The Deloitte study shows that a considerable number of working women suffer burnout and harassment. And according to the study, 40% of South African women feel burnout, while 50% feel their stress levels are higher than they were a year ago. Let's discuss this with Tumelo, Seaketso, Director of Human Capital at Deloitte Consulting. Thank you very much for availing yourself on this Saturday. So how was the study conducted? Maybe let's start there.
Thanks to the study was conducted globally with about 10 countries, including about 5,000 women, and within the South African context, 500 participated in the study.
When we take a look at South Africa, so much is being said, not just here, right? And that's what the study shows, that globally there's so much that has been said about the new normal. However, we're still experiencing microaggression where women are concerned who choose to work from home as compared to those who are on site. What did the study find deeper there?
Indeed, to an extent that your hybrid working models, or what the new normal as you referred to, whereby it includes the hybrid working models where people could work in person in the office or of the office, and most of those in the study, about 60% reported to be working virtually in terms of a hybrid model. What it has done, rather than giving those opportunities that really could benefit women from a flexible perspective, what it has done, it has increased a kind of a non-inclusive behaviors, if one could say. And this is where the microaggression and harassment comes through, whereby women now feel excluded in terms of by not being presently there, and sometimes even being presently there, more and more of behavior of non-inclusiveness rather by the leaders. And this also with the concern that comes through the women to say then, you know, with the hybrid model also, if you are not present, if you're not seen to be present there, it can also affect your career progression. But also with the microaggression also, there's an increase where women reported a lot of, unprofessional, unrespectable behavior, and sometimes even patronizing behavior, especially when we look at including your LGBT plus women also, from a gender perspective, they also experience a high level of patronizing from their leaders.
The study also found that 53% of women globally say their stress levels are higher than they were a year ago, and almost half feel burnt out. What are the driving factors?
So if you look at it, indeed, the pandemic has really taken its toll on women. And the high stress levels literally increasing the burnout levels for the women. Can you kindly, just for a moment, I need to sort out somebody here. Sorry.
No worries.
Apologies.
No worries.
Literally, if you look at the pandemic itself, it has had a longer impact in terms of burnout on women. But moreover, it's the high stress level. When we look at the survey itself, there has been increased stress levels relative to last year when the studies were done. And this then obviously it perpetuates the seriousness of the burnouts that women are experiencing in the workplace.
Is that then related to this next part of the report, where it found that more than half of those surveyed want to leave their employer in the next 2 years, and only 10% plan to stay with their current employer for more than 5 years?
Yes, indeed. The major reason for those who are intending or considering to leave was exactly the burnout levels. And secondly, the lack of career opportunities, but the burnout was the highest, the primary reason to say within the next 2 years, I am considering leaving my employers, and the others saying, I don't even see myself staying here for more than 5 years.
This may be an unfair question, but where then do you go to, right? Because every single environment that you go to, unless you're driving your own business, you'll meet these similar challenges of, patronizing people, where sometimes it's non-inclusive to a point where you would find satisfactory. These reports are then put together and released. What then happens?
Indeed, to your point, others are just saying, okay, I'll go and try another role with the hope that probably it could bring a better outcome. But others are in fact even saying entirely, maybe I need to take out some time to just figure out what I need to do, to your point being, could it be even better on the other side? But I think the key thing for us that we recommend for organizations is that within the research itself, we realize that those organizations that are intentionally, committing to look at how can they be inclusive in their culture and improve the women's experiences within their workplace, including mental well-being and health, including how they look at commitment in terms of not only bringing in these hybrid and flexible policies, but commitment to them and supporting women. We have seen a few where they're saying there's high levels of satisfaction and engagement. So we encourage employers really to look deep into these, as you say, into these matters, rather than just look at it as just another report, and say, how can we best improve? Because we need to retain our women in the workplace. They are key in terms of our diverse workplaces that we want to be, and the decisions that improve our overall organization, and our competitiveness. So employers need to look at how do they best, create such conducive environments and inclusive cultures.
People who are producing conducive work environments, according to the report, is women who enjoy this benefit, right, is women who work for gender equality leaders. They report far higher levels of well-being and job satisfaction.
Yes, definitely. They are reporting higher levels of satisfaction, trust, and engagement. And it's purely because, as per the research shows, these leaders are committed. It's not just on paper, but they are committed, and everything that they do around their organization is with intent to make sure that it is an inclusive environment and culture for women to be successful in those environments.
Conscious leadership. Thank you very much for availing yourself this afternoon. Tumelo, Seaketso, Deloitte Consulting Africa Director for Human Capital.